A 9-year-old boy burst into a biker clubhouse at 11 p.m., barefoot, bleeding, and trembling so violently he could barely stand. The Iron Wolves were in the middle of their weekly meeting when the door slammed open and the child screamed, "Please take me. Take me anywhere before they come." 40 hardened bikers stared in stunned silence as the wild-eyed boy collapsed on the filthy floor, shaking so hard his teeth chattered. David, the club president, moved first, kneeling beside him with the gentleness of a man twice broken by life. "Easy, son. Before who comes?" The boy gasped for air, voice cracking. "The men, they come at midnight, please. I'll do anything. Don't let them take me." David felt the hair rise on his arms. "What's your name, kid?" "Lucas. Lucas Perry." "Where do you live?" "The Foster House on Miller Road, but please don't send me back. They're selling me tonight." Every biker froze. Selling him. Lucas nodded frantically, tears streaking down his dirt-covered face. "I heard them on the phone. The men are paying $5,000. They're coming at midnight to take me. They've already sold Tommy and Sarah and Marcus. They never came back." David checked his watch. 43 minutes till midnight. Razor locked the clubhouse doors. Snake grabbed the guns. Lucas clutched David's vest with shaking fingers. "Mr. Jennings has friends with guns." "So do we," David said, his voice turning to steel. Snake pulled up their foster file. Model parents, no complaints. Perfect on paper. Exactly the kind of people monsters pretend to be. Lucas spoke fast, words tumbling over themselves. They seemed nice at first. Then kids started disappearing. They told the social worker Tommy ran away. But I saw them shove him into a van. He was tied up, crying. David's stomach twisted. When? 2 weeks ago. Lucas wiped his nose. Then they started being really nice to me. Buying me toys, letting me stay up late, giving me special juice. I saw Mrs. Jennings put something in it. I dumped it out and pretended to sleep. David realized the truth. They were getting the merchandise ready. The boy continued shaking. "I heard Mr. Jennings say the package is ready for midnight pickup. So I climbed out the window and ran. I didn't know where to go. Then I saw your motorcycles. And wolves protect things, right?" David felt something crack open inside him. "We protect you now," he promised. "Nobody's taking you." His phone rang. Unknown number. He put on speaker. A cold voice spoke. "You have something that belongs to us. Send out the boy. Nobody gets hurt." 40 bikers stood behind David, armed and ready. "Come and get him," David said. Hanging up, 3 minutes later, 4 SUVs rolled into the parking lot. 20 men in tactical gear stepped out. Organized, professional, the kind who disappear children and never get caught. David barked orders. Lucas hid in the basement. Bikers at every window, every door, guns aimed. Outside, the lead trafficker shouted into a megaphone, "Give us the boy and we leave. If not, we come in shooting." "He's not property," David shouted back. "He's 9. Inside, Razor tried calling the police. Dispatch kept hanging up. Someone was blocking the calls. These men had connections deep inside the system. Snake began recording everything. 1 minute left. The armed men formed a tactical line. David whispered, "No one fires unless they enter. We're not starting this, but we'll finish it." The final second ticked down. The lead trafficker raised his weapon. Everything went still. Then headlights erupted from every direction. Dozens of motorcycles roared out of the night like the fury of 100 storms. Allied clubs from 3 states arrived. 70 more bikers forming a wall of steel around the SUVs. The traffickers were trapped. "Stand down," the lead man shouted into his radio. "We're surrounded." But one of his men panicked. A shot cracked through the night. Then the world exploded. Gunfire tore across the parking lot. Windows shattered. Smoke filled the air. Men screamed as chaos swallowed everything. David ran to the basement, grabbed Lucas, shielded his head, and whispered, "Don't look, kid." He carried the boy through the back exit, where Razor waited with a bike. They sped into the darkness just as real sirens finally wailed. Someone had reached law enforcement outside the corrupted system. 2 towns over, David carried Lucas into a hospital, malnourished, bruised, exhausted, but alive. While doctors examined him, David made calls that triggered a storm. Uncompromised FBI agents arrived within the hour. Back at the clubhouse, 14 traffickers were arrested. 9 bikers were injured, none killed. But the real blow came the next morning. FBI raids ripped through the Jennings home and every connected property. Records of 23 children sold, bank transfers, hidden ledgers, photos, a trafficking network spanning 6 states. The Jennings were arrested alongside 2 social workers and a county judge involved in the ring. Lucas's testimony broke open everything. The missing foster kids were found across multiple states, alive but traumatized. More victims were rescued in the days that followed. Lucas had no family left. His parents were dead. No relative wanted him. David and his wife filed for emergency foster care that same week. 6 months later, Lucas became their son. The boy who ran barefoot into a biker clubhouse begging to be kidnapped found something far greater. 40 leather-clad wolves who would protect him with their lives. The nightmares come less often now. Sometimes he still wakes up shaking at midnight, but there's always someone there, reminding him he's safe. The iron wolves became his pack. The terrified boy became their cub. Lucas wants to be a biker someday. David tells him he already is. He earned at the night he ran toward wolves instead of monsters. If you believe the world's still a protectors hiding in unexpected places, hit like, subscribe, and show your support. Because sometimes the scariest looking people are the ones who save children from real danger.